First of all, thank you all for coming. It's really a pleasure to see all of you in these difficult times when we are all at home and working from home and in some kind of a quarantena. So it's nice to hear and see people from the industry and see what's going on. If you don't know me, my name is Martina, and I run sales and marketing department in MMK. And today I will be showing you how the system works, what are the news, etc. Today's agenda is a few statistics. How many fleets do we have? How many charter companies, agencies, and boats? I will tell you something about the safety in MMK. I will show you some news in MMK, and of course, you can ask me whatever you want, and you can interrupt me whenever. You don't have to wait till the end for the questions. So today in MMK we have 9,000 yachts from 690 fleets, charter operators worldwide, and 3,000 active agencies. This means that at the time 3,690 companies from charter industry are working with MMK altogether. What does MMK do in this crisis regarding the security? So before this Corona crisis and before everything since years, we are trying to do our best in order to provide you as an agent good quality fleets and fleets with all proper documentation and real boats. So what we do before any charter company joins MMK, we check their status, we check their documents of the boats. If they have new boats, for example, for 2020, new fleet, we check the orders from the shipyards, contracts for the maintenance, for the management if the boat is not there, etc., to be sure that these boats are B, are really coming, and C, registered to use for charter. What we also offer to agencies is agency guarantee. So if you use only MMK exclusively to book boats via us, and if you book a golden charter operator, we guarantee that if this charter company goes bankrupt or something unfortunately happens, that we will cover the part of the lost money or booking. I'm sure that you have seen on the agency portal that we have silver and golden fleets with different badges. So I'll just try to explain what does this mean in a few seconds. So fleets with golden badge are exclusive in MMK, which means that they are using only MMK as booking software. Silver companies, they are able to use more softwares, more booking systems, but MMK is their primary system, which means that the MMK system is updated 24/7, others not. This is just the difference. And here is the info where you see these badges in the system. So when you search for boats, you can see silver and golden badges, and this is now the explanation. What does it mean, if you were asking? Also, we have these golden agency contracts, as said before, where agents that exclusively work and book via MMK get the financial safety if, of course, the booking is done with golden MMK fleet. The main message that we are trying to send to all the charter operators, agents, charter operators, and you are trying to send the same message to your guests. Don't cancel, try to rebook. In order to do that, of course, charter companies need to help you with that. So if you booked a boat for a client in April, and he of course wants and needs to cancel it or rebook it because of the situation with borders, with flights, etc., of course you will try to let's say ensure him to postpone and not to cancel. For this purpose, we created vouchers that charter companies can send to you so that you can have a proof of this rebooking and some kind of a document that will help you and your guests to have on a paper like evidence that they got rebooked. Every charter company can use this voucher, and you can ask them and they can provide it from the system to you. Now I will show you the overview of Agency Portal, what can it do, and like in short lines, what we have inside. So when you are searching in MMK, when you are logging in, you of course can search for all available boats, and you have different criteria by country, by sailing area, by specific base, for example, or by a charter operator. You also have dates, Saturdays and non-Saturdays, so you can be flexible or not, and you can search by different products: bareboat, cabin charter, cruise charter, etc., if charter companies are offering different types. Also, you have length in feet and in meters, so you have this functionality as well. When you do your search from the system, you can easily either add to quote and send an offer to your client in more than 24, 25 languages that we have, and of course adjust your offer to your client to be in his language, with a discount or without a discount, etc., etc. Or you can directly click on the next button and book this boat online. On this Agency Portal, when you book a boat, and when you go to My Bookings after that, you can filter all your offers, all your options, bookings, reservation, everything in last year, month, forever, etc. And edit, of course, every reservation, check what is inside, check the calculation, add some additional discounts if you want, add optional extras if you want, add obligatory extras, so whatever you want, and print a booking confirmation directly or send it to your client. Also, you can issue an invoice, write your own remarks, and track payments. If a client pays some money to you, you can add a new payment, click add, click how much money did he pay to you, and it's your back office, which is actually for free. You use it normally, and you track all your clients, all your payments, all your back office inside if you want. What else you can do from the system is book short-term offers. So previously, in previous years, charter companies would offer like Saturday to Saturday, 7 days charter, and that's it. If they had the 10 days booking, then they would have, of course, the gap of 4 days, and they would have a problem how to promote it, how to book it. What we do, we are actually scanning booking sheets of all charter operators and finding gaps. So everything that is shorter than a week, like 6 days, 5, 4, whatever, we are promoting in the system as a special offer. This special offer can be a short-term offer, of course. For example, I'm searching for a boat in Greece in July, and I want a specific length, type, whatever, and I want short-term offer. So everything that is shorter than a week. And then I see that I can get a boat for like 600 euro, 3 nights, 800 euro, 4 nights, etc. And I can make a booking offer directly from the system online immediately. So these are all special offers that are generated automatically from the system. The same thing is with one-way charters. So every charter operator can have their own bases, like 1, 2, 3, whatever. If they have 2 bases and if they make a one-way, it's expensive for them to return a boat back. What we do, we scan a booking sheet, we find all these one-way charters. For example, in Croatia, you are searching, or in Italy, you're searching for a boat, which is a one-way because maybe your client is flexible and wants a one-way. And then you see everything that is non-standard, that is one-way, other way, etc. And the system helps you to book it. What is new in the system from tomorrow? you can decide whether you want to see the price in MMK as you saw it before. So normal price with discount, and then all obligatory extras after the base price and after the price that is shown. If you want, you can click here under My Account web search engine and say that you want to see the total price of each charter operator, but with all obligatory extras included in search results. What would that mean? So in European Union, it is very easy to see that the recommendation is that every guest and every person who we are trying to sell something to, is it a vacation, is it whatever, should be informed of final and price with all obligatory extras. This is not something that you have to do. I'm not forcing you to do it, or it's not even set up as a default in the system, but you can choose that every charter. So for example, charter company has a boat. It costs 2,000 euro per week, and then there is a discount, and they promote it as, let's say, 1,700. And then on top of that, there is a transit log, tourist tax, and cleaning, whatever. If you want to be transparent and show to your guests the final price that they will need to pay, then turn this feature on and show them the exact cost of their trip here. This is a recommendation if you want. If not, okay. Do you have any questions until now? I see some questions popping on the window. Chat room. Hello, hi there, greetings. Okay, so what else I want to share with you is our new search widget. So
sorry, excuse me.
Tell me.
Now, may I suggest another feature to,
yes,
to the actual offer creation?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, well, when we are sending an offer, we normally remove the names of the operator. That's just for our initial offer.
No, you don't have to do that because it's only for you.
Well,
so your guest will not see that.
Are you saying that they don't see the operator name next to the boat name and all that?
Yes, yes. Let me show you. I'm opening a real Booking Manager portal. So this operator name is only for you to be able to see who did you offer, because basically if you offer 20 boats and he says, I want Bavaria, you don't know who you offered it from, etc. So it's just for you and the guest will not see it. So look at this. You go to yachts, for example, and you say, I add this and this to quote, okay? And from here you click send.
Okay.
And now you see that this is Ahoy Charter, right? But when I send it to Martina, for example, at mmksystems.com, this is my email address, I click send. Okay, I have received it now in my email. Give me 1 second. And I will not see it. Only you will see it as an agent, but me as a guest, no.
I was just wondering, because there's so many of us, there's so many agents and there's so many customers between all of us, about some kind of quality control system that we could all use.
Yeah, that's why we developed the yachting feedback rating system. I don't know, have you tested it?
No.
Okay.
I'm not even aware of it.
Okay, good. So we have yachting feedback rating system, which is for free and you can use it normally. And for every booking that you create via MMK on the portal, you have a possibility to send a link to your guest and to ask him to fill in the review, the rating. After we collect enough of the ratings and enough of the reviews, we will of course publish it live, so that everyone sees what's written, and everyone, and every charter operator, etc., will be able to answer on this feedback and on this review, so it will be fully transparent. But of course, we need the critical mass of reviews there. But you can normally use it, you can normally test it. Let me try to show you. So if you go to my bookings, next to each reservation, give me 1 second, all bookings, status, reservation. Next to each booking, you have here this arrow and this feedback link, you see?
Okay.
Okay, and here you can click and send to every one of your clients your message. So it can be something that you write, and the link to send you the feedback. Which is, what is good is that this initial review questions, feedback, etc., it's short. It's just 4 or 5 questions. Were you satisfied? What would you change? Would you recommend it, etc., etc.? And then there are groups of questions like charter base, reception, services offered, etc., etc., where you can find out in details: was the client satisfied? Why not? Etc., etc.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was worried for a second that the boats and operators would be getting poor feedback because there might not be parallel rules on the boat, or something silly like that. But if it's enough questions to actually form
it is enough questions,
kind
yes,
of
yes,
an
yes.
opinion whether this was just a
Yes,
difficult
and the
customer
comment,
or
yeah. And there is a part to comment, etc. It's important when you are sending it to your client that it's someone's private address, etc., that it's not your address, because you will always, as an administrator of this, you will always see the charter operator name, but a guest, a client, no.
Okay, that's really good to know. And again, I kind of apologize to everybody for
No,
jumping
it's
in
good to
the middle of
ask.
it.
It's great. No, I love questions, and it's really good to ask. And it's always very welcome to receive questions. And whoever has a question, just let me know, because it's important to talk and to see what we can do together. So I'm going back to my presentation, or not? Okay. So we have a search widget. This is a possibility where you can set up search engine on your website and allow clients and customers to book online, both from different charter operators. Of course, they do not have to book. You can just allow them to see the availability, to make offers, etc., or really to book online. Our widget is fully responsible, fully customizable, so it can help you to offer to clients a nice way how to search for boats, how to book online on your website. It's mobile friendly, so that your clients can use it from their cell phone as well if they're on, if they're on the website. Okay, so if they're on your website, on their cell phone, if you have our search engine, they can search, see what they want, equipment, etc., see all available boats from the system. So you decide who, which charter companies will you offer there, and which boats, etc. And the client, when he finds something interesting for him, he can book online or just make an offer for himself. When he does that, you immediately receive an email notification that the offer was done on your website, etc., etc., and you see it in your booking manager portal. What else you can do in these difficult times, let's say, so if you use our widget on your website, you can set it up also on other websites. For example, you want to connect to hotels or to some kind of tourist agencies that are not specialized in yacht charter, but you want to offer them your know-how, etc. This widget can be put as an affiliate widget to the hotel, restaurant, whatever website. Then you decide which portion of agency commission you will share with them and track the profit share. Also, in this search engine widget, you can set up the online payment. So if you are using, for example, PayPal or some kind of a credit card or whatever, you can set it up on the portal immediately, click your card link or PayPal account, etc. And whoever comes to your website, books online a boat, you can ask him to pay immediately on your account, and you define the value, the terms and conditions, how much you want the client to pay, which amount, etc., and you track it in the system. Do you have any questions regarding that? No.
Okay. Is this an updated widget?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And how do we get the update to our websites?
We need to enable it from our side to you if you want it, and then if some kind of modification is needed, then we would contact you if, for example, there is not enough space on your website, etc. And then you could give us either the entrance to your CMS, or you could do it on your own, but it's enough from our side to just enable it. What is your domain of the website?
WannaGoSailing.com. That's WANNAGO sailing.com.
Okay.
Yeah, we seem to have the old widget on it.
I will enable you later afternoon, the new one, and then we will see if it's okay or if it needs modifications, and I will let you know if I need anything from you. Okay.
Perfect.
Great. I have a question from chat room. Okay. My colleague is saying to me that you can enable this new widget from the portal on your own. That's true. Yeah, I show you how. Thank you for letting me know. So on the portal, you have my account, you have web search engine, and I suppose it's under defaults or in search settings. Responsive look. You see this?
Yeah.
So here you can just, so you have classic look probably. You just say responsive and hit apply, save.
Okay, responsive.
So it's under my account, web search engine, defaults, and then you choose responsive look. And now I can show you finally this email without charter company name.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's go back. So regarding API, I don't know how many of you use our API or would love to use it. But since November 2019, we have the new API functionality. So previously, and still, we do have for the old clients and the ones that that use the old one. We had the XML web service and data export, and approximately programmers needed 2 to 3 weeks to implement it, etc. What we have now is the new JSON API, which is much easier to integrate and to set up, and it has all the same features and all the calls as the old one, but much easier to integrate, much faster, and with listed all top functions inside. Plus, with this API, agencies are able to, book boats, open options, etc., but also upload the crew list via the API, so that you don't have to send manually every crew list to every charter operator. You can upload it via API and it's immediately in their local application, so that you can use it also for that. The second thing that new
API, I have a question about this one.
Tell me.
Yeah, when it's completely be finished, because the problem is in the old API, we have, let's say, 20 different features to get information from you. Right now, only 15 of them are available. So we discussed this thing in Düsseldorf
Okay.
on January. But since then, there's not much difference, actually. We are still waiting for all the options are available to get the data with this new API.
Mhm. For
Yeah,
example,
because there are, for example, I can give you one example. You can get
yes,
the mooring, you know, the mooring. You can get the details of mooring with the old API, but you can't do it with the new API, for example. These kind of stupid things, actually. We are discussing with your technical department, but unfortunately, the response time is a little bit slow about these subjects particularly.
Marco, are you there? My head of development, my head of developers is here in
Yes, we also,
webinar.
Of course.
Yeah, we also talked in
Yes.
about this one. Still, we have a few emails are waiting for your response. Maybe we can send them again. I don't know. But the thing, we are very keen to use this new API, and 80% at the moment we are using this new API because it's easy, it's better, absolutely, no problem. We are just waiting for everything will be included in it. That's all. So if you can give us a timeline or something like that about that one, it will be brilliant.
Okay.
Okay, you are communicating with our support team, with somebody in particular in the support team, so we can check with that person.
We only
in
have
general.
support at mmksystems.com.
Okay, we will check with them and let you know precisely.
Okay.
After
it is good. It is good. So if it has all the features that the old one has, it will be really
brilliant.
good.
Okay.
Absolutely.
After the webinar, we will check the new functionality and communication and get back to you.
Because we would like to remove that old thing from our system. Right now, in some features we have to use this one. In some cases, we have to use the old one. It's not a good way to continue. You know.
Definitely.
That's all.
It would be
Thank
easier
you.
to have only one, and that's it. Okay.
Absolutely.
I wrote it down, and we will let you know after the webinar. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Good. So the good thing in this new API is the try it out button, and your programmers can just in one click try out the functionality and without like doing any programming. This documentation itself can actually communicate with our API, so they don't have to write different codes, etc. It's all inside. Plus, there are a bunch of examples, pre-built examples, where all the programmers can actually check in all programming languages that are important for the integration, all the examples, and test it really, and just copy paste the code and run it in like a few minutes. Do you have any questions for me? Because my webinar and my presentation is for now over, but I would be really happy to hear your questions, your suggestions, and show you something from the practical life, what maybe we did not cover with this webinar.
May I again?
Open. Yes, tell me.
Yeah. How is life in Greece and Croatia? Because Spain and Italy, we know how it goes over there. So we have some problems. But when you look at the statistics, Croatia and Greece is going well in this COVID thing. So how do you have a better idea? Maybe you can give us some insider information about what's going on in Croatia, and if the season will start, when it will start, etc., etc. Can you tell something about countries, actually?
Yeah. Well, in Croatia, for example, we have this partly closed life where most of us work from home. Charter companies as well, so they're not going to marinas in the offices, but they most of them works from home. charter dates, so for example, the bookings that were done for April are mostly cancelled or rebooked, of course, because there are no expectations that the season will start now. May is still okay, but June, July, August, nobody's touching. So clients for now are expecting that maybe season will start in June or July, etc. Our expertise who are running this crisis at the moment, they cannot say approximately when this will all finish. We have really a low number of people with COVID, like 1,200 or something in Croatia, with only, I think, 15, 16 unfortunately dead people. So statistics are okay, but our season will also depend on our neighbors. So if they open borders or not, if they start with flights or not, nobody can actually predict it. But all the people in Croatia are quite positive and are hoping that we might have at least season from July, August, and further on. I talked to Greek people today also on the, we had a webinar before. Italy, Greece, the same. Okay, Italy and Spain are the worst, but we are all hoping for the best and see what will happen.
Okay, may I jump in for a second?
Yes, give me 1 second. One second. Hi, I have the webinar. Can you name this charter company? Which one? I don't know which one. Okay. Can find in system just cabin charter. Yes, I will show you. The change with the booking was too fast for me. Can you send print out to show it once more? Felix, can you repeat the question because I don't understand which change? And cabin charter. Okay, with cabin charter, sorry, Patricia, 1 second. So cabin charter can be found here under normal search. When you search for yachts, you go here to service, you say cabin, and of course you choose some dates, country, etc., and click search. And by choosing cabin, you will see only 1 by 1 cabin in different area where you want. Tell me, I'm with you.
No, I was just actually going to kind of add to your answer to the gentleman who asked about the situation in other countries. We are based in Ireland and our government has reacted very, very early.
Mm-hmm.
We have relatively very low number of COVID-19 confirmed cases and a relatively low death rate. We are now in the second week of a complete lockdown, which means that we're all at home. We're not allowed to mix with people who we don't live with. We can go to the shops, but it's only 1 person, 1 trolley. The schools have been closed. But despite all these really strict measures, and actually the measures being quite effective and successful, we are being told that the lockdown is most likely to be extended until the end of May, and only at that point the government is likely to start relaxing some of the measures. If we kind of translate that into the charter and the sailing season, I would really love to be wrong about this, but I think that we all need to be quite realistic and to think that we're going to be quite lucky if we can start the season sometime in July.
Yeah, the Croatia government also really started early, so we work from home for 3 weeks now. This is our 3rd week as well. Charter companies as well, they got some money from the government so that they can live, they can survive without an income. So there, for now, all the companies are okay. Even in Italy, nobody went bankrupt for now. I have a question. Please repeat how to change old VBM to the new widget. No problem. So you go to my account. web search engine, defaults, and on a middle down on the page, there's this default VBM template, responsive look or classic. So you change to responsive and you click save. And that's it. This was the question. Do you have any other questions? If I skipped someone, let me know.
I have a question. I don't know if you hear me.
I hear you. Yes. Hi.
Good day. Hi, everybody. The question is concerning the golden status for agencies. What does it mean and what kind of requirement do you have?
Sorry, golden status for agencies. What is this, to explain, right?
Golden status for agencies. What is the requirements? Because we are using MMK as our primary system. Nevertheless, when we talk with our clients about Caribbean region or Southeast Asia, unfortunately, we have to use some other booking systems because MMK at the moment is not competitive on these locations.
Yeah.
So
the requirement for being a golden partner is to have at least 50 bookings a year and at least 80% of your bookings to be confirmed via MMK. Of course, we understand that sometimes you cannot and that we do not have the enough boats to cover all your needs. So there are two possibilities. One is that you book these fleets directly via email, telephone, whatever, which is fine. Or to be a silver partner of MMK, which means that you primarily use MMK with the 60% of your bookings and others with different systems.
Okay, well, it's great if there is not a problem, if there is such kind of understanding from your side for our abilities to use some other agencies. Yes, but we are coming back to your security program, insurance program, or how do you call it? So I would like to get in details to this program with the terms of it and its possibilities, but also I would like to be frank with you and say that MMK is our main system. In Mediterranean region, we use it for, I don't know, more than 90% of our bookings. But for other regions, the situation can change, and I just would like to know if I can apply for your insurance.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
You can apply. This is not an insurance. This is like a guarantee for charter companies. But yes, so there are two types of contract that you can apply for. One is golden with a minimum of 80%, or by confirming bookings directly via email, etc., with charter companies that are not in MMK and you can not find them, etc. But definitely, if you have less than 80%, like 60%, you can apply for silver and get also a piece of a guarantee from us. Definitely, why not? Do you want me to send you the contract example?
Sure.
Give me your email, please.
info@ilovetosailclub. ilovetosail.club.
Okay.
info@ilovetosail.club.
Okay. Perfect. We will send you the contract.
Okay,
so
and what are the requirements for silver partners?
Also minimum of 50 bookings and per year, and at least 60% of bookings confirmed via MMK.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions? How do you feel the situation? Do your clients do they aim to rebook rebook and like reschedule, or they want to cancel and to get the money back? What's the feedback from your side?
Most of my clients are very relaxed and they actually want to postpone into autumn this year. Just a few want to change into next year. Thank God.
Thank God. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah. What do you do with the ones that want to cancel?
I inform them not to cancel, just to post. Yeah, because they have to pay their cancellation fee.
Yeah.
I really try to convince them to go maybe next year. It's no problem at all. They will not lose any money.
Yeah.
But if they cancel, they will lose money.
Yeah.
There is no insurance for this corona situation.
Yeah, of course, nobody will.
Nobody can do anything.
No. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any other questions? Do you want me to cover any other topic with you to show you something that you might not know in the system?
Yes, hello.
Hello?
I have two last questions regarding agents. My first question is, what do you do regarding daily prices? There are a lot of charters now proposing daily prices on top of their weekly prices. So sometimes they have like specific price line for like, let's say 3, 4, 5 days.
Yeah.
But the API and the system doesn't allow us agents, or at least platforms, to communicate that information accurately. Most of the time, the prices that are set by the API, they're not necessarily right. So do you intend to incorporate price list of charters when they have like dedicated price lists for like 3, 4, 5 days? Is it already on the table? Because at least regarding us, we have a lot of issue when price are calculated through the API for duration under than a week. So that was my first question. And second question regarding blacklist, I'm not sure I heard your answer to the person in Ireland, but when you have a charter that is potentially blacklisted, meaning that you have agents reporting this charter, like for example, for default of service or for bankruptcy, you take certain measures, because sometimes this is
definitely.
Okay, because sometimes this is a struggle we have, meaning we have this charter with poor quality service. We feel other agents are facing the same issue, but at the end of the day, we still see the charter distributed through MMK. So those were the two questions: daily pricing, blacklist.
Regarding blacklist, yes. So what we cannot do is like open a blacklist address book of all the charter companies with all the complaints, because this would be illegal from our side. But what we do, we collect complaints via email from all the agencies. These complaints can be, I don't know, the charter operator didn't obey the contract signed, charter operator lied that the boat has, I don't know, this cockpit and it didn't have, etc., etc. Or they said that they are real time, but they were not. They did not allow me to book online. I already booked, paid, etc., etc. When we receive these complaints, first two are okay. So for example, we received one complaint for you, one from Alexandra, and the third one is a measure to ask this charter company to leave the system, because we take care of the complaints that we receive. These complaints need to be, of course, objective, and we check them all, because we don't want to kick out from the system someone who is a good partner and this was just a subjective note or whatever. But after 3 complaints, if they're objective, this charter operator is removed from the system immediately. The same goes for the agents. We had one agent in past, I don't know, 6 months that we needed to remove from the system because he tried to breach the contract, steal some data, etc., etc. And we choose who to work with, because if we have these complaints, we need to do something with them and not just collect them, and that's it. Regarding the API, Marco, do we have? Can you help me with the answer?
Yes, maybe, but it all depends on what exactly the domain think. So we have the issue could be perhaps if charter companies have special prices for short terms, right? And then the price cannot be calculated from the rules given from the API, but can be pulled from the API directly in another way.
Yes, this was exactly that, Marco, but don't worry, we will, I mean, we've been in contact directly, so we will exchange directly together. Don't worry, if there's no further explanation, we keep in touch separately.
All right, thank you.
Yogini Bhagav, can you please, so Martina, could you please confirm if MMK allow to find the yachts excluding a particular company? Do you mean if there is a possibility to disable a particular company, not to see them in the results? If this is the question, then the answer is yes. You can disable every partner under My Partners. So here under My Partners, you see all the charter companies that work with us, so all 690 of them. And if you do not want to work with them, you just click here, disable, and they will be removed from your screen and from your search on the portal. If that was the question, I'm sorry if I didn't understand it correctly. Patricia, can I reply at the end with positive note, not to panic as in 2008 regarding the bookings and or cancellations? Yes, the best way is not to panic really. And the best way is to stay positive and do as much as we can to help each other, to support each other, and really to try to get the best out of this situation as soon as possible. Yeah.
I would also like to add, I don't know whether you're having any of those webinars with the operators.
Yes.
But I've spoken to one of your colleagues the other day, and I've actually made a suggestion that if there is an opportunity to talk to as many operators as possible, and perhaps put it out there that we all need to come up with a uniform strategy on how to deal with the situation and with the existing bookings, because it becomes very difficult if the operators are not all coming up with the same rules when it comes to postponements and cancellations. And just to use an example of our own clients, we have clients who are friends. They know each other very well, but one family, they're chartering in Croatia, and the other family are chartering in Greece. Now, we're getting different options from the Greek and the Croatian operator, which makes it very difficult to explain to one client why somebody else's options are perhaps more favorable to theirs.
Yeah.
And I think that for the sake of the industry, between the operators and the agents, we really need to work together and come up with a plan and with a system that we can all be very confident with. So when we go out to our clients, the same rules apply to everybody.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's difficult. Even in Croatia, for example, so you mentioned Croatia and Greece. So these are two different countries with different rules. Even in one country, which is like Croatia or Italy or whatever, there can be several companies with different rules. And yes, that's why we are discussing also with them, with all of them. And today we had 2 webinars already. One was with the Croatian charter operators. The other one was with all charter operators worldwide. This is the 3rd one with agencies. What I would propose, I don't know if you agree, is that second webinar, let's say in 2 or 3 weeks, 2 weeks, for example, is a joint webinar with charter companies and agencies at the same place at the same time, just to share some thoughts, do some brainstorming to see what we can do together, if you agree.
Well, I do. And I think that it would be a really useful exercise for all of us, because ultimately it really is up to all of us to save ourselves and our industry. And if we don't take uniform approach, our clients will just not know what to do with any of us. And I think it can also kind of result in an awful lot of in a loss of loyal clients, because because they might feel that the answer they're getting, for example, for me and my colleagues, they would be getting a better answer from another broker, and we have to make sure that doesn't happen to anybody.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting the good feedback for this joint webinar. So yes, definitely we will do one. It will be a mutual joint webinar with charter operators, with charter agencies, just to discuss the situation and see how we can all together beat this situation and stay positive and give to our clients good feedback. Do we have any other questions? No? Okay. If you forgot to ask something, or if you don't want to do it publicly, please feel free to contact me anytime. I will write you my email here under chat room. So it's martina@mmksystems.com. Whatever you need, let me know. I can, if I can help, I will. If not, I will try to find a way. This webinar was recorded, so you will all receive the copy of it so that you can check. And really, if you need anything, just give me a call or send me an email. Take care, stay safe, and thank you very much for joining.
Thank you, Martina, for your time. Thank you. Stay safe.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.